The midterms are still 19 days away, but we already know who the president won't be blaming if they don't turn out well for Republicans. Himself.
If they don't go out and vote, then they have themselves to blame.
Ditto last week's crazy stock market. Forget about today's. Not his doing, the Fed's doing.
I think the Fed is out of control. I think what they're doing is wrong.
Or the budget deficit soaring 17% to $779 billion. Not his end of Pennsylvania Avenue. Try the other end of Pennsylvania Avenue. Or discord in the White House. Don't pin it on the guy who lives there. Pin it on a lot of snakes who work for him there. Or like the Puerto Rico hurricane recovery efforts that were all him when they were going well, then not anything to do with him when they discovered maybe they didn't go so well. It is human nature to shift blame, but it is second nature to this president to shift so much blame. And now the shift has really hit the fan because the president is shifting so fast. Owning a strong stock market when it's going his way, then pointing a finger when it is not going his way. The Fed is loco. The president is not. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell is the biggest threat to this economy, not the ones 0% interest rates that candidate Trump bemoaned were being kept artificially low in that other president's economy. Just like it's not the former president's bull market, it's his, even though it started many years earlier before his. It is clear, though, that markets go up and markets go down, and it is very clear that markets under Donald Trump have gone a lot more up than they've ever gone down. Touche to him. But would it kill this president to heed the words of another president when another market was going really down?
All the other things I've told you about the economy are as solid as I've told you. So, no, I have no more knowledge of why it took place than you have.
You know, it is tough to blame for something you didn't do, but it is tougher to take a bow for something you might regret. Just ask John Kennedy, who really could have blamed his military advisors, even his predecessor, for the Bay of Pigs fiasco, but in the end admitted as president it was his fiasco.
There's an old saying that victory has 100 fathers and defeat is an orphan. And I wouldn't be surprised if information is poured into you in regard to all the recent activities.
Lesson learned. You see, the trouble with pointing fingers at others is some of those others then feel tempted to point a finger right back at you. Why should I stick by you if you're only going to stick it to me? You see, that's the thing about loyalty. It works both ways. It takes a big man to acknowledge a mistake. But here's the real dirty little truth on this. Those who do almost always see a big jump in the polls, whether it was JFK and the Bay of Pigs or Ronald Reagan and Iran-Contra.
I take full responsibility for my own actions and for those of my administration.
Or Barack Obama and his own midterm drubbing.
What happened on Tuesday?
We got
yeah.
Or Bill Clinton acknowledging the obvious after the Newt Gingrich Republican revolution.
The era of big government is over.
You see, Clinton wisely learned you can spite the parade, or maybe you can try and lead it, and so he did. It is tough when things don't go your way, but Mr. President, they're only going to get tougher when you keep putting yourself in the way. There is nothing wrong with being human. There is everything wrong with trying to convince other humans that you are not. So let me put this in terms I'm sure your legions of loyal supporters will no doubt share with me right after this show. In fact, they're doing so now. It would be like me blaming my being a tad overweight on a thyroid condition. Fat chance any of them would ever let me try it, because I can look in the mirror. What I'm asking, Mr. President, can you?